Now for today's Bar-Ayal. Judah approaches Joseph before he knows that he's Joseph. All he knows is this is the viceroy of Egypt. He knows that his brother is about to be sent to prison on trumped-up charges. And he states that he should replace Benjamin, that he is willing to go to prison in his brother's place. But he also points out that he is a proud Jew, and that as a Jew, he will not allow his brothers to be abused. This is when Joseph breaks down. And it's an important lesson for us. We are always faced with the problem. How do we approach the dominant, when we're in exile, how do we approach the dominant culture? How do we approach the world? We're very small people. And we've learned, first, we have to have self-respect. That if we're not proud that we are Jewish, and we have no self-respect, no one else will respect us. In 1787, in Philadelphia, we had the Constitutional Convention. There was a religious Jew living in Philadelphia at the time, named Jonas Phillips. He wrote a letter of complaint to George Washington. In that letter, he pointed out that he had fought for the American Revolution, was a member of the Continental Army, yet he could not vote. He could not hold political office in Pennsylvania because he was not a Christian. He felt this was wrong. Washington agreed with him. And in the American Constitution, you have a clause that states that to hold political federal office in the United States, there be no religious test. Anybody of any religion could hold a federal office in the United States. States had to come around to that, but this was put in writing in the American Constitution. And it's a major thing. And this went in because of a very proud Jew named Jonas Phillips. So this teaches us that we're proud of who we are. Now, Jonas Phillips did not demand that the U.S. become Jewish. Far from it. He recognized how small the Jewish population of the United States was. What he did demand that Jews be given the same rights as other Americans. And Washington agreed with him. In fact, Washington would say to Jews, you have as much right to be here as I do. We're all Americans. We're all equal. We might disagree on religion, but we're all Americans and we're all equal. All because a Jew in Philadelphia had the self-respect to make this point. And this is what the story of Judah says to us. Without the self-respect, no one else will respect us. Something to think about.